Hey guys, and welcome to Overwatch Central. We've just got back from watching the beta live streams with Elohim and Haley Nick. It was amazing, it was absolutely fantastic. Plenty of things to discuss. As you can see, we've got some footage from both perspectives. Joining me again, as per usual, is Miska. So let's stop dilly-dallying, let's get straight into it. The main reveal of the stream was the new map Dorado. We saw a good 6 or 7 games on this map. What did you like? What did you notice about our Mexican battlefield?
Well, first off, it was pretty nice how they just very casually introduced it. There wasn't like some sort of little trailer or anything. They just got straight into the gameplay, which was great. It's what we all wanted and we got to see loads of it. The new map is called Dorado, like I said, set in Mexico. It's sort of very uphill and downhill, kind of vertical, but also, allows for many ground routes and side routes and also very cool views off the side of the map. They talked a lot about that actually. Showed off like the sea and like all the boats. We saw like a lot of tight streets, but also like occasional open areas. So it was kind of a bit of a diverse map. But Elohim played loads of Pharah on this map, at least at the start, and he just dominated. He was able to play very efficiently and rack up loads of kills because he was in the air at all times. And as soon as everyone popped out from these sort of, tight spaces into the open areas, he was able to just fire a bunch of rockets at them and like force them back. And when they had forced them back, his whole team could just sort of back him up and push him back even more. So it was great for both defending and attacking in that sense. And Pharah worked really well for him. It was very fun to see more gameplay of this. And I'm really looking forward to seeing even more when the beta comes out, because it's a really cool map and I liked it a lot.
Typical Blizzard, just nonchalantly, oh hey, we've got this. Now, a lot of discussion topics recently have been centered around the change to the score system and how Blizzard would deal with showing information that hopefully doesn't provoke harassment for players not doing very well. The card system, they've kind of just knocked it out the park really. They've dealt with it in a very unique way.
Yeah, it was great. I think straight away I told you that, wow, they really nailed this, because it's a really interesting system. And I think a lot of games can sort of learn from this type of scoring system. And so basically, at the end of the game, you'll see loads of cards, which basically they show the little performance peaks from various players. So if you played Mercy and you healed loads, you'll have a card that says, Mercy has healed this much this game. And then you can vote on these performances. So if you see a Roadhog doing really well on the other team and they still beat you, you can still vote for their card because you thought their performance was outstanding. So maybe it says like 25 Roadhog hooks a total. And you just be like, yeah, that guy played really well. You like their card. And if it gets to 5 points, or 5 votes, likes, whatever, it'll get the heroic level. And if you get 10 votes on a card, it'll achieve the legendary status. And you can go back and look at these. These will kind of work as trophies or achievements. And it just adds to the game, both in it promotes good sportsmanship, highlights the best bits of the game rather than the bad stuff.
People play badly, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a very interesting system.
I really like it. I think it's a great new feature. It was interesting what they highlighted on Haley Nick's stream, saying that as they introduced voice over IP stuff in game, the amount of legendaries that were given out went up by a lot. So
yeah.
Another interesting new mechanic that was added was the on fire system, a beautifully discreet addition to the UI.
Yeah, so it took us a little while to actually notice this. Basically, the on fire system is there to show what player is doing really, really well. It's a little bar under your health and shield UI. And it will fill up as you do better and get more kills, etc. So if you hit the little threshold on it, your character portrait will light up and catch on fire in the scoreboard. And this will just let you and the enemies know who's doing really well on both teams. So if you see someone with a character portrait on fire, you probably want to focus them and try to kill them. And if your character portrait lights up, you probably want to be a bit more careful, because people are going to want to end your streak and eliminate you.
There was a point as well where Elohim's team, all of them were on fire. They sort of took over 2 defense points and under 4 minutes or something. They were literally on fire. They were like...
Yeah, they just dominated that game. It was fantastic.
A question that's been around that has remained unanswered up until now was whether there would be any progression in Overwatch. There is an experience system in place. Miska, tell us more about what leveling up our favourite heroes will achieve.
So there have been hints at there being a progression system, but this experience system just kind of confirmed that it's a bit similar to how Blizzard has done it in the past. So you can level up heroes, and this won't affect the gameplay directly at all, but it will give you little rewards. So mainly this is like just cosmetic stuff. So it can be like character portraits, like little sprays and other cosmetics. They didn't really go into specifics, but they did say that the character portraits work similar to the Paragon levels in Diablo. So I hope to see some awesome hero skins eventually as well, because there's a lot to play with and a lot to do, and it's Blizzard, man. They always make amazing cosmetics.
Definitely, I'm looking forward to some ridiculous skins if we ever see them. One thing that we didn't really get any information on were sort of the menus outside of games. They quickly shut down any talks about shops or payment models. As far as that's concerned, we saw very little outside of gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, this was a showcase build. It was probably used this week for the content creators and the Twitch streamers who came over, and for this live stream as well. They did say that the beta build was a bit more up to date. It had like the FOV slider like in it, and lots of other little features. So it's gonna be interesting to see that. But this one just had a very basic menu with very basic sound options, stuff like, you know, voice, like music master, volume, that sort of stuff.
Mouse sensitivity.
Mouse sensitivity, yes, of course. And yeah, for a showcase build, it looks very complete, and I reckon they'll use it for BlizzCon as well. It might have been a bit disappointing to not have heard much about the payment model, but I'm sure we'll get there eventually.
It feels very tight, yeah. I'm excited for beta and hoping it comes to EU as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching Overwatch Central. We have plenty of live stream related videos going out over the weekend, so be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with it all. Until then, take care, and we will see you next time.